Hey everyone, it's me, and we're playing The Binding of Isaac. I guess if I say it's just me, that's not really gonna help anyone with that's new. So it's Snarf. We lost. We lost last time. So we're gonna go and play some I already forgot her name. I am chicken brain right now. Oh gosh. I went to the, alright, so I have been out of coffee for like the last better part of a, God dang it. Better part of a week. I've been out of coffee, right? And I've been trying to, you know, substitute coffee with tea. I wasn't intentionally trying to do a reduction or like cut back my coffee because I usually do eat. I usually have a ton of coffee throughout the day. Like it starts when I wake up, and I have it through like until probably 1 or 2 p.m. That's when I stop, and I usually get up around like 6 or like 7:30 in the morning. Also, holy shit, my damage is cracked. Anyway, I have been out of coffee because I just haven't been to the store, right? The problem is the only thing that I have picked up, because I wanted to try and, you know, switch to tea, see how that treats me, and so I picked up a box of Earl Grey tea. Unbeknownst to me, and this was like weeks ago that I had bought this box of tea. I still had plenty of coffee. I had like a big bag of coffee that I was grinding and, you know, using that in the mornings. So when I ran out of coffee, I wasn't intentionally trying to run down my coffee reserves, but being out of coffee and just having tea, I finally go to the package and crack it open and see what it's like. Right on the package, it says decaffeinated. I've been having the worst headaches for like the last probably week and a half because I've just been like, nah, I don't want to go to the store. I don't want to. I can survive on what's in my fridge and pantry. I don't need to go to the store just yet. So I've been, you know, pulling stuff out from my freezer. You're just like, what should I have with this? Yeah, we could do rice. Yeah, we could just make another batch of rice and, you know, eat it with that. So, I've been, oh gosh. Okay. I've been extremely frugal with it all. And unfortunately, the box of Earl Grey that I got is, like I said, decaffeinated. So it's been a bad time. It's honestly been a bad time in the mornings and throughout the day because I've been having the worst headaches from the caffeine withdrawal. Because ever since college, I've been like, hey, I'm super tired. I want to have some coffee to try and wake myself up. And when that didn't work, I start, you know, relying on energy drinks because, you know, energy drinks, you don't have to worry about them nearly as much. You know what you're getting. You get a good amount. You don't have to worry about like, oh, is the coffee brewed strong in the cafeteria today? No. Well, it's like basically drinking water. And you never want to pay. What was my school charging? It was not cheap for coffee. It was like I want to say $4 for just percolator coffee. It was just like coffee in those big vats that they let sit all day. It was like $4 for that at a school. Like you already have us paying over back. Whoa, cricket's head. That's big for me. You already have us paying, you know, back ass over, you know, backwards for the tuition here. Why are you making coffee so goddamn expensive? Like everyone in that cafeteria had been in a day where it's like, oh yeah, I used to go down to the diner and get a cup of coffee for like a nickel. Now we charge $4. Like, what the hell? I wish it was a nickel. That would have been, you know, fantastic. What am I even trying to say anymore? Anyway, yeah, decaffeinated Earl Grey tea does not hit nearly as well as, you know, a cup of joe. All right, we got PJs. Do I take that? I think I do. Anyway, so if I'm sounding a lot more, you know, just cognizant on the mic, it's because I've had my first sip of coffee in like a week. So that's hitting me right now. because I've been just like detoxing from the caffeine. But anyway, yeah, in school, because you buy $4 for coffee and then it just doesn't hit some days because it's like, okay, this is like a really weak tea. I would have been better getting a green tea. Like at least a tea bag, you kind of have an idea of the amount of caffeine that you're gonna get from that. This coffee, sometimes it was like sludge. You take a sip of that, you're like, oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm basically drinking potting soil, and other days it'd just be like, I think I'd feel more awake if I just had some water. By the way, drink water, folks. So I started really relying on energy drinks to get me through morning classes, because I was the type of student at university where you don't intentionally, at least for the first few semesters, I was like, hey, I'm gonna go and take my morning classes, front load in the morning, and then have like a couple of classes later in the day. So I'd have classes that start at like 7. I think the earliest class I had that started was a 5:30 a.m. class. I think that was the earliest, and that was for it wasn't environmental science. I just know because the teacher had the same name as my little sister, and she was a soil scientist. And every other student in my class hated her because they were like, oh, she's always late. She just seems so disorganized. I'm like, motherfuckers, it's 5:30 in the morning. We don't know what her commute is. We don't know what's up. Like, come on. Get off your high horses. Like, no one here is happy at 5:30 in the morning. Like, you're just pissed off because you don't want to take the exam that you didn't study for. Anyway, I did like that class. I think she went over the material really well. It was just it was a nice time in her class. I didn't fall asleep in the class. I can say I made the big mistake of having a 5:30 a.m. class, which honestly wasn't that bad. But what made it worse is right after that, and it was a lab too. So we went from lecture to lab, and then from lab I went straight into another lecture. So basically I foolishly scheduled myself to have 4 hours of a lecture and then a lab and then like 2 other lectures back to back after that. So I'd get up at like 5 in the morning, get to wake up, try to get to school, and then have nothing but like 10-minute breaks to walk between the buildings to get to my next class. Big mistake. And when you stop by and you get weak ass coffee, that doesn't help you stay awake in the other classes. So I started, hey, give me that can of Red Bull. Hey, give me that can of Monster. And I started relying a lot on energy drinks to get me. God dang it, stupid creep. I started relying a lot more on energy drinks to help me get through the days, because my dumbass was just scheduling way too many classes way too early in the morning. And it's not like I couldn't, like, that was the only time for these classes. Like, I didn't have to do the environmental science. I could have chosen other science classes. I was going for a BA. It wasn't like this was a required thing of your thing, and they only have like, no. And even then, all the other classes were like, yo, we have like a dozen classes of these throughout the day. Why are you going to the one that's like super early in the morning? Why are you doing that to yourself? Are you a morning person? At the time, I wasn't. I basically operantly conditioned myself to be a morning person, I guess, after that. It was a bad time. It was a bad time overall. But yeah, so I went on to energy drinks, and going from, having a cup or 3 of coffee in the morning to a pot of coffee, went to, I want to say about, I think the maximum that I drank in a given time period of energy drinks was, I bought a 10-pack of Monsters. and I drank those probably within 6 hours, like all of them. I drank all of them within probably 6 to 7 hours of each other. That wasn't for classes. That was actually for work while I was still at school. It was, oh, I remember it. It was over break. One of the really small breaks. I think it was like over Thanksgiving break. A lot of people that were working the job. I was working the front desk at the dorms. So it was basically like a security job. But you know, my usual shift was super early in the morning. You know, we're talking 2 a.m. to like 7 a.m. because I think it was like it was either in one or I think it was like 2-hour shifts. Yeah, and I definitely slept through a couple of like first halves of my shifts. I always felt bad when that happened. But I also kind of got the reputation of, oh, I want to go to the club. So, hey, this guy got the shift before me. Well, I want to go to the club, so I'm just going to ask him to take my shift. Well, that person also wanted to go to the club and bars. So they were like, oh, hey, I want to do the same thing. So I already got this person to cover my shift. Then unbeknownst to them, like just person after person had just traded up for those shifts. So the 4-hour block between like 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. For me would a lot of the times turn into it would turn into like a 6 or like 8-hour block. So that is when I really started relying on nothing but energy drinks to get me through the day. There were people that would go to the club, see me at the desk. I'm doing terribly here. They would wake up, or they would go out for the night, go to the club, and do whatever they want. I was never into the big club or bar scene in college. They would do that, and then they would see me at the front desk, and they're like, "Hi, bye," and then they would see me, or maybe they would see me, and maybe they don't even remember me, but they would stumble in off their asses. Like a lot of the times, they'd be like, "Hey," like sometimes they even get to know my name. They'd be like, "Hey, I can't." And I'd just try and like coach them through like the glass security doors. Be like, no, your key, your swipe your key, because it was like a hotel like key card thing. It was like, swipe your key. You gotta use your key. You gotta use your fob to open. It's locked. You gotta go to the side, and it was a fun time. So they would do that, and they would see me as they go to the club. They would see me as they get back from the club. And then a lot of the times, like, especially the people that would do, like, sports, they were the worst. They would get there, and then they'd see me as they come back, and then they go out for, like, morning practice at, like, 5:30 or 5 a.m. And they're like, wait, you're still here? I'm like, yeah. I was like, have you left? I'm like, no, I haven't. They never talked to me. It was never the people that were in sports that talked to me. They would smile a lot at me, which was fun because I got on smiling basis. That sounds so sad. I got on smiling basis with all the girls from like the soccer team, but I never got to like a first name basis, or even like I could see their name. They maybe knew mine. I also wasn't really interested either because half of them were we'll just say, actually I'm not gonna say anything. That's too mean. I'm not gonna be dragging anybody into this. Where is the boss room? Oh, okay, I already found the boss room. Okay, I'm talking too much. Oh, this coffee's really hitting my brain, and it's not helping me in the game at all, which is a problem, I think, because it doesn't take long, and I'm kind of happy that I kind of took a detox from the caffeine, because when I was living at that university, because I went to community college and then finished up my degree at university. Ah, crap! What would happen is I basically was living in the upperclassmen dorms at the time, so it was apartment life. I would just put on a pot of coffee, go do my desk job, because that's where I was. That was when I was having the desk job, and then I would just, you know, like, have the pot of coffee when I go. I'd then walk back to my apartment on campus. Then I would go, you know, make another pot of coffee. God dang. Make another pot of coffee. And then I would, okay, synthol damage and range up. We got great damage. Or at least we have great damage in that form, but we're still at 6.47 damage right now, even without that evil form. While I was in, when I was in that college, I was probably drinking by myself 2 to 4 pots of coffee. And there were some days where I think over like a 3 or 4 day period, I would average probably 7 hours of sleep. It was not healthy, and that probably led to me just not doing real great in any of my classes. I wasn't the most motivated student at all, so, you know, part of it is, hey, I just found I did not work-school balance at all, but a little bit as well was I just wasn't the most motivated student. That's honestly a quite big part of it. I wasn't the most motivated student. And I'm glad that I'm not doing that anymore. Now, granted, I think that's led to some other bad things in my life, but, you know, that's the cart that we put ourselves in. Alright. But yeah, energy drinks. I had too many of them. After college, I used to be like, yo, you know, when I was still in my 20s, be like, yo, I've got it, you know, I would slam like 9 energy drinks a day. Yeah, I can do that. And I would do that after college. So if anything, I think my energy drink consumption just went up post-college. I don't need those keys. And that led to real bad times. Like, not bad times, like, I was able to do God dang it. I was able to do quite a bit of stuff with that time. But a lot of it was just, like, useless stuff. Like, I wasn't even making content. I wasn't using any of my time. A lot of it was just, like, I'm gonna stay up for, you know, 18 hours straight and do nothing. Like, literally just sit on my couch and do nothing. It was dumb of me. Hate them all. Give me the life. So I'm glad that I don't have as many energy drinks. Every now and then I did learn to really enjoy the taste of a lot of energy drinks. A lot of the monsters, I think, has some genuinely good flavors, and I do from time to time still go to the store and pick up a monster, because a few of the monsters that are like standard monster, I actually do enjoy the flavor of, like, just the green standard monsters. And a lot of people say, like, no, there's no difference in the taste. There is a hell of a lot of difference between the low-cal, no-sugar monsters versus the normal monsters. I didn't realize that guy was gonna explode. And okay, what? Have I fought this boss before? Did I see him in boss rush? I must have seen him in boss rush. What is his attacks? Is this just his attacks? He spawned and then okay. I didn't kill them. This is bad. They're gonna overwhelm me. They're gonna try and overwhelm me. They're definitely gonna try and overwhelm. Okay, he's got wiggly brimstone. What the heck was that? Alright, we've unlocked the necropolis. What the heck's the necropolis? I don't remember the necropolis. I think everything that I remember from this game is just out my brain. It's not there anymore. Are we holding 2 trinkets? Are we holding 2 trinkets? What the hell? But yeah, like I was trying to stay on subject. I think I've got like ADHD brain or ADD brain. What? I've got a degree in psychology. How do I not know the difference between ADD and ADHD? I think ADHD is the more serious one. Damn it! Is it gonna? Grant, I haven't touched anything close to my psychology degree, basically since college. I thought I was gonna go to grad school, you know, become, you know, use my psychology degree to be, you know, an actual psychologist, like, you know, to sit down on my couch and tell me what's wrong. How does that make you feel? You know, do the whole Sigmund Freud stuff. That didn't happen. Because I was looking at all the grad schools, and they were basically looking at all my, like, my school transcript, and they're like, yeah, like, we could admit you, but we could admit someone else, too. Okay. Whoa, she's putting out the both ends. Ew. Okay. I think the best skill you can have when playing this game is learn how to basically curve your shots so you don't have to stay in the direction of them. Gold touch. I wonder if that's going to help me at all. I doubt it. I need to use the shop. I definitely need to find the shop. Where is that heart? There's the heart. Alright, so there's... Oh, a double key over here. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Alright, we're guaranteed deals with the devil now. Okay, that's big. That's big to me. Alright, let these guys kill themselves on the spikes, basically. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, that doesn't disable the spikes. Okay. I'm learning. Or I'm trying to learn. Yeah, you definitely want to try and learn how to, like, curve your shots around so you don't have to stay in... This looks bad. Ah, crap. I hesitated. I think if you don't hesitate, you can get through that. Oh, that's bad. Okay. That razor is really helping me. Woo! Woo! Now I just have nothing to talk about. This is riveting commentary, right? Okay. Jar of flies. Gotta catch them all. That's big. Now it's like every single enemy I can turn into. I think I remember this from the other day's eating run. Yeah. This is good. This is good. All right, we'll just go ahead and pop the flies. Build the flies up again, because we're definitely gonna be able to defeat Mom. I don't think we've hit boss rush. I think boss rush is you have to get to here and defeat her within 20 minutes. Which, if I was a little bit faster, I probably would have been able to do it, but... is it 20 or is it 25 minutes? Okay. Ooh, that didn't hit me? Oh, she didn't... What the heck? There we go. Okay. HP snack up. That's good for this. I'll take both of those and take that deal, because I've got plenty of health. Yeah, school's good. I'd recommend everyone to, if you have the mind for it, definitely go to school. But also, if you're not really feeling school, like, I honestly think that if, granted, my life would be completely different than how it is today, for better or for worse. But I think if you have a passion for something and you can pursue that passion while in school, oh, damn it, while in school, like if you can find a college or university to do that with, definitely, I would definitely recommend going to college for that. But if you don't, I think I would more strongly recommend looking at a trade school and doing that instead. I think a lot of the stuff, I wouldn't be as, you know, just unsure of a lot of things. I feel if I had chosen the path of, you know, not going to a traditional, like, university and school, and instead pursuing a trade, like, you know, looking to become a plumber or an electrician or mechanic, do something like that. I think that is a completely valid and sometimes more appropriate use of the time that you have than going to, you know, even like a 2-year college or something. And there's a lot of people in the trades that'd be like, no, I wish I had gone to school because that's going to be, you know, that's going to get you the job that you want. Well, it's like, I did, and it got me a job, but I didn't want that job, and, you know, that job, you know, as soon as they, you know, experience some downturns, they're like, hey, we're going to fire you, so you got to replan your entire, you know, life and career, because this career is not for you. Fun times. I'm not slightly bitter about those decisions at all. I just used the death card, and that was bad. That was the wrong decision there. Retrovision. Don't like that. That's a terrible pill to swallow. Okay, we got Bob's explosive brain, so we gotta be a little careful. Alright, there is... We're gonna go against death, and we've got 20 flies. Those flies do work. They do good work. Oh, I didn't realize he was right on top of me. How to meet them all. No. I don't know what they are, and I'm gonna die if I try and take them. So instead, we'll go down and try and repair our dwindling life pool. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh, how did I not... How did that work? I should not have been able to get out of that. Woo! Okay. That was a very easy boss. We're a little cracked. We're a little bit of a glass cannon, I will admit. Quite a bit of a glass cannon. We unlocked the cellar. But, we're pretty cracked. If I can get some stuff to help with survivability, I think this might be a win. We might be able to get... Her name's Eve! Yeah, we might be able to get a win with Eve. On the bull... Oh, that guy's got... He's got a gun? I've never seen that before. That is genuinely new to me. What the heck was that? Okay. Watch the shadows. Just for one hand? Cool. I was thinking that I should record multiple of these a day in a session, you know. And I was thinking I need to do at least 5 to, you know, not fall behind like I did the other day. I don't think I have enough stuff to talk about for 5 Isaac sessions, because each Isaac session is probably right around the 30-minute mark, if not 45-minute mark. I don't think I have it in me to do 5 games of Isaac in a row. So I'm sorry if in the next few days you just be like, it's been 10 minutes straight and he hasn't said a single word. That might happen. Okay, we're doing good. What's our... Do I go for the chest, or... We gotta go down. We gotta see what this is. Drinking more coffee. Alright, we unlocked Crow Baby. We unlocked Transcendence. Unlocked challenge number 6. Shoal. Oh, we're in hell. Or, at minimum, purgatory.
Something's wrong.
Something is indeed wrong. You know what? I don't know if there's going to be item rooms, and I want that tinted rock there. But also, I want to try and play this for a little bit to try and get some life out of it. That's what I want. That's definitely what I wanted. Okay. So now we're going to pop it for the tinted rock down below. That's extra protection. And that was a good use of the slots. Oh, I figured those were going to explode. Well, there goes our protection with the Spirit Heart. Gotta be extra careful. Okay. Oh! Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, okay. The Bob's Explosive Mind is really hurting me more than helping me. I'm not playing correctly. I'm not envisioning the correct thing, right? I actually want poison shots and little you know what? I don't think little charge is helping me at all. So we're gonna swap that out because I think little charge has to do with use items or active items that require charges. At least that makes sense in my mind. So with Jar of Flies, I think we're not getting that. Are any of those tinted rocks? No, they're not. What is out here? Okay, you are Wrath? Well, you're Bomberman. You're Bomberman. Again. Okay, that's Mr. Mega, so our bombs are now exceptionally powerful, which I'm a little fucking scared of. Okay, yeah, we gotta definitely be wary of Bomb's explosive head now. Okay. Since I have a golden key, I'm going to continue to stay down here. It's probably going to kill me, but I want to stay down here and see what else Shoal has, because I don't know if Shoal is like the... Whoa! We had guppies. We had guppy. Okay. Okay. We're exceptionally in danger now. I don't want to go into the boss like this. I will try and kill him, because if he gives me an item, that'd be great. He didn't give me an item. Okay. I'm really interested in not these. No. There we go. That was a good run. I would say that is a successful run. Thank you all for coming out and helping me with this channel by just with your viewership. If you like the content, please click that like button. It helps me out a great deal. And if you're not already, please subscribe. It means a great deal to me as well. But with that said, have a great day.